Hello again, everyone. This is Joe Hentges with Beyond the Chart, and in this technical analysis of the stock market video, we're going to take a look at the market action from last week, a holiday shortened week, and then we're going to check in and see what the heck is going on with the 3D industry sector. So stay tuned. All right, let's take a look here at the New York Composite. Here's the daily chart for the New York Composite, and you can see the compressed action that occurred on Thursday. Yes, it was a half-day session, but even so, it's the most compressed day since back here around Thanksgiving, and that occurred right when we were near a top, short-term top, and about to round over. We had one more up day, and then that was it. That was the name of that tune. So we'll see what happens here. We'll look at the indicators here in a second. The Russell 2000, similar type action. You can see how this is coming down. You know, we had this little pullback. We've had a little series of, a couple two-day rallies here, and actually you'd say four-day rallies here on the rally on the Russell. But we're still looking to me like this is breaking now, especially since it broke this trend line here and the way the moving averages are rolling over. The longer term one is still a little flat. Let's take a look at the weekly chart. On the New York Composite here, you can see we're up for the week, 290 points, because we had a pretty strong rally Monday through Wednesday actually. And Thursday was, again, indecisive, little compressed day, but that's the early part of the week is what caused this here. Now, it still looks like on a weekly basis, like we're coming down, lower highs in here. The big thing on the New York Composite, you could see the 21 is below the 55, and the 55 is declining. Now, the only other time we had a big difference where the 21 was this far below the 55, and maybe it wasn't even this far below, was back in 2011. Very minor time here in late 2010, but the 55 was rising fairly well. And then we had this big portion here where we pulled down in late 2011, and then we came back. But here you can see how the 55 was pretty flat. So I think we're at a critical juncture here. If we get the 10-week pull moving above the 21 week and we start to round back up, it's going to get real interesting. We're going to have to watch very, very closely. We could still pull back up to this 55-week moving average and then pull down, which is, what it has a tendency to do. It's done that before back in here in 2007, 2008. You can see how the 21 gets below the 55, and then you get this pullback, and then that's it. That was the name of that tune, and then that was all she wrote for 2008. So we're in I think a fairly precarious little situation here. So we need to, watch this very closely. Russell 2000, similar type thing. Look how strong down this 21-week moving average is. And yeah, we fought, we get up here close, slightly above it, and then it whacks it down. You again rally slightly above it, and it whacks it back down again. So now here we are bouncing back up to it. We're not above it, so we'll see what kind of resistance comes in on it. Let's go back. The one indicator I want to take a look at is the Mcclellan Oscillator. This is on a daily basis. When you're above 150, you're in severely overbought, and when you're below 150, minus 150, you're in severely oversold. So right now we're back. We quickly went from oversold to severely overbought very fast, and we're back up here in this overbought territory. So it's definitely ripe for the possibility of this coming back down for a down move. And, it may take a couple of days. We'll see how this last week of trading happens this week. We've got 4 days of trading this week. All right, let's take a quick look at oil. Oil here, big up move. This could be the start of something. We had a little, two-week rally here. Nothing happened. A little more of a rally here. I think we're getting quite a bit of divergence on oil. On all of the indicators, I don't need to show you every one, but on all the indicators, they're definitely showing divergence. So we could get more than just a couple of week move in here. So that's looking interesting. Gold, I've been looking for a bottom for quite a while. This is in a declining final wedge in here. And I think we're looking for support right around this 100 area on GLD. I've had the support zone in place for a long time, and now it looks like it's trying to get legs underneath it and go, and there's definitely divergence just like what we're seeing in oil. Here's the demand index. Here's DI minus, did not confirm the push to the low on the price, and the same thing with the RSI. I use an 8-period RSI in there. All right, so that's gold, oil, Mcclellan Oscillator. Let's take a look at the 3D printing industry. 3D systems. Look what this has done. Okay, here's all the trading. Here's why I've got resistance and support lines in here. Okay, so this was resistance up in here. You can see these points. It broke through it, pulled back to it, and now it's right back in that same zone again. Okay, so let me see if I can zoom in a little bit without making tons of clicks. So now we're right in this support zone, and we're getting divergence on all the indicators. So it could be a real interesting point in here. But again, price needs to confirm and keep moving up. It could be a low risk entry. I mean, you definitely, if you were to get in right now and thinking that 3D Systems has come all the way back up from closing near 100, 96 and 94, and here we are. It closed at $8.75 on the week ending November 13th. You'd have to put a stop below this low. I mean, because it doesn't, just because we're down this low doesn't mean it can't go lower. It's been lower in the past. It just showed you the chart. So the Stratasys, now the interesting thing about Stratasys is we're getting the same kind of divergence on the indicators, but it's not at a support zone that I can see. I mean, I think the support zone's a little bit lower on Stratasys. So again, the moving averages on all of these stocks on a weekly basis are still pretty hard down. So you got to be careful in here. You need to let price show you that it really wants to turn. I like seeing a combination of the indicator showing divergence and a support zone, which is what I'm seeing on 3D Systems, which is why I think that's kind of interesting. Voxeljet, not seeing either one. I mean, the divergence is very, very minor in here because this went, the close, what, 475, close here 470, 4.62. So very, very minor closes below. It's almost, literally, it's almost identical. And so the divergence is, yeah, we're seeing it, but the price difference wasn't very big. So that's why I'm a little wary of what I'm seeing here on Voxeljet. And this is all the trading we've got on Voxeljet. So I don't know. When I look at these, it could be at an interesting point for a bounce. I mean, you just never know. And so you definitely, and again, when you look at 3D Systems, it's getting divergence and it's at a support zone, so that could be an attractive situation. But you'd have to sit back and say your uncle point would be below this low right in here. So, all right, that's my thought on 3D Systems. They've gotten whacked. They were the everybody was in love with the printing systems back in 2012 and 2013, but it didn't last. So we'll see if it starts to go again. All right, everyone, that's it for today. Everyone, if you like the video, please share it and hit the like button down below. If you're not a subscriber, hit the subscribe button in the lower right-hand corner, little red button. And if you're not watching this at my website, head on over to the website if you're watching it anywhere else. And when I say share it, think about someone, either family member or friend, one person that you think might benefit from this or find this interesting, and share the link to the video. All right, everyone, have a great weekend.